Layla is one of the greatest songs from Eric Clapton and also a great classic rock song. Today I'm gonna give you some tips on how to improvise over this song. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Everton Zaquini, and there are so many things happening on this song, but I'm gonna especially focus at the end of the chorus part for you to improvise over that part, actually the first solo of the song. Then I'll explain how to improvise over the outro part, different harmony, different key. And also, I'm gonna split this video in two parts, so it's a bit easier for you to follow. So today we're gonna get just the solo at the end with the same harmony as the chorus. And to start off, we're gonna visualize here this harmony of the solo. Every time that you wanna start improvising, the most important thing is to know what are the chords, so you can have an idea of what scales to use and what you can apply over this chord progression. The harmony on this part, we're gonna have the chords D minor, B flat, and C. A very common chord progression. The 1, the minor chord, the 1, flat 6, flat 7, 1. As we are thinking on D minor as our main chord here, our root chord, our tonic chord. Alright, the rhythm part or the groove, we're gonna have this chord on the offbeat. So very simple. So here we're gonna have some options of scales for you to improvise. One interesting fact about this song is that this is one of the bands from Eric Clapton in the 70s, and which was called Eric and the Dominos. And this song is in the album Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs from 1970. But now let's take a look here about the scale. The first scale, the good scale that all guitar players will use to improvise, which is the minor pentatonic scale. As we're playing a minor key, we're gonna aim for the minor pentatonic. Let's get the shape with the root note here on string 6. And this is, we're gonna have this first shape. You can start to improvise. But remember, have the whole fretboard that you can use. So here you can start to improvise using the minor pentatonic scale. I showed you here a scale with the root note on the E string, but you can visualize the other shapes, and I'll be improvising using the other shapes. When you're improvising with this song, for any of these cases, to think about the rhythm. That's when you give a little bit more different sound, just than only play the scale up and down. As I mentioned, the chord progression will have some offbeat chords like. So you can think about this rhythm for you to do some accents when you're improvising. And it can be for the other scale. So one thing that's given a nice flavor, a nice story for your soloing is when you think about the rhythm part. So I will improvise a little bit showing you the minor pentatonic scale, and also then I'll give more tips. So this was the improvisation, just using the minor pentatonic scale. You have some ideas, it's gonna sound very nice. But one thing that you need to think about when you're improvising is not only think about the scale, but how you can create some melodies on the scale you're playing. Especially for this song, the tempo of the song is a little bit fast, so you don't have to play too many notes, even that the song is fast. So for example, you can start to think about the scale using a little bit more some melodies. And then if you want to play nice rhythms that's gonna work with this one, first you can use some 16th notes. So you have the rhythm of the song and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just think about 16th notes is gonna work. And also sometimes if you break a little bit, especially as you have the rhythm very straight, you can use some triplets just to give a different flavor, like. I give some ideas on the next scales for you to use, but the rhythmic part will be very important for you to give some dynamic on your improvisation. So now let's take a look on the next scale. Well, the next scale we're gonna use the minor blues, which is basically the minor pentatonic scale with the blue note. Okay, I'm gonna add here just the blue note on the scale. The idea is quite the same, so think about the rhythmic parts, some licks that you can use, and especially the pentatonic, you can get some licks from Eric Clapton or from your favorite guitar player and apply like classic licks and rock licks. Okay, these licks are very classic rock licks, and we're gonna hear so many guitar players using them, and it's nice for us to use, and also for people that will be listening to you improvising, they kind of recognize this lick, so it's kind of familiar as well. Even that if you blend with some different licks, sometimes if you bring something that people are used to listening to, you can give them kind of some familiarity with the phrasing and with the melody. So for example, these licks, or even faster. Like a little bit more bluesy lick. Even that it's minor, you can do this kind of bluesy bend. We have here this string bending, very common. On this shape we have the root note here, on the 15th fret on second string, on the first string, the third, the minor third actually, going to the, and the blue note with the bend or with this slide, so you can use the licks. These licks that you know, you can apply them, and then after you play with the first lick, some melodies on the scale. Right? Let's hear how all these ideas will work with the minor blues scale. Cool, so I hope that you noticed now that I applied some licks, also some rhythmic patterns between the, especially at the end, a little bit of a triplet. This 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 instead of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. We have this taka 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 taka. So you can blend and use these licks. If you know one lick and if you just change your rhythm, this is already break the pattern of what you're playing and give some a new dynamic on your improvisation. So the rhythmic pattern will be very important. Even if you play the pentatonic scale, for example, the minor blues. Okay, so here we have the scale playing this rhythm. So if I break like, I just play the scale, just change the rhythm. Or so that scale that you're just playing, minor blues. Once I change in the rhythm, it sounds different. And then if you start to just play the same shape but change the order, it's already sounds different as well. So another idea that you can use on your scale is to look for melodic patterns or scale sequence that's gonna work as well. You don't have to go like the whole scale. But if you just apply a little bit of this pattern when you're improvising, it's already sound a little bit like a motif. I'm just playing groups of 4 notes. And if you don't know anything about these groups of 4 notes or scale sequence, there's a video on my YouTube channel where I explain some melodic patterns and for you to work on your technique and also to apply on improvisations. It's a good lesson that you can watch as well to help you with this scale sequence. So if you're not subscribed yet to the channel and you want to support the channel, just hit on subscribe and take a look at the other videos. There's other lessons, not only about how to improvise over some songs, as you can see the other videos, but also you have some scale sequence, technique, harmony, modal harmony, many things that you can watch and apply for you to learn not only improvise, but also if you want to create your songs, compose, understand more about harmony, understand when you're playing a song what's happening. Now back to the lesson, we're gonna work here with the scale of the minor natural scale. Basically what we're gonna play with notes the same. Remember, I'm just showing one pattern. We can have the scale throughout the whole fretboard. So you can use, and when I'm improvising, I'm using the whole fretboard. We have here the scale. Instead of we play the pentatonic, which is a scale with 5 notes. The 1, the flat 3rd, the 4, the 5th, the flat 7, and 1. We're gonna add here the 2nd. So 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. And the whole in the same region right here, and then you can play the whole fretboard. Okay, so the minor natural scale is one scale that is going to be very nice for you to use as well. You're going to hear the sound here of the minor natural scale right on the intro solo. This like the second. So he plays the 2nd of the scale, the notes from the minor natural scale. So we're gonna hear this one. If you listen and you know the acoustic version of this song as well, there's one part. He plays also the minor natural scale. The unplugged version is the same chord progression. You can use the same scales. Okay, so it's gonna work as well for that version. Now let's use here the minor natural scale over the backing track for you to hear how it sounds now using just the minor natural. And then later I will show you how to blend all these things, because when you're improvising, actually we're not gonna think just one scale, we're gonna use different scales. But now just the minor natural scale. Alright, now we're gonna see how to visualize some triads, especially the chord progression that we have. But before, leave your like, it's really important, it's gonna help this video reach more people, so your like is very important. And also, let me know in the comments, what is a song that you'd like to improvise over that you're struggling with, that I can help you maybe do a video for you in the future. Okay, so now the other thing we can use is triads. So you can think about the chord progression, which is D minor, right? B flat, and D, and C. Actually, we don't have to play lots of triads, like, kind of sounds nice, but it's not kind of the feeling that you're gonna improvise, especially it's a rock classic songs where you wanna get that sound. But if you apply some triads, it can sound very nice, especially if you're blending with pentatonic scales or the minor blues scale, and then you apply some triads, it can sound very nice. So the idea here is that you can visualize, for example, the triad like D minor, B flat, C, and D. Here on the 10th fret, here with the root note on the first string, the D, we have this shape E minor, right? So shape of E minor, but it's a D minor chord. this triad here. Then shape of C, we have B flat. And following this same shape here of C, we have the C part. So we have this triad. So D minor, B flat, and C. And the way that I think about these triads is instead I play like arpeggios, or a little bit more with sweep picking, actually. This type of sweep picking on arpeggios. I think these arpeggios or triads a bit more like a melodic, for example, bang, more linking with some ideas. Come to the chord, main chord. So the idea here is not to just play fast or lots of arpeggios with sweep picking, but actually just a triad. Or it can sound very nice. Let's hear how it sounds so it's a bit easier for you to understand. I will play a little bit with this case, but try to focus on the triad. I will play over the B flat triad, over the C triad, over the D minor triad. Alright, so there we go, some idea here for you to apply the triads. So you don't have to use all the time triads, but it's nice to use, especially follow a little bit the harmony. There are different ways, like superimposing the triads, but this is a different topic, just for you to start improvising over this song. You can think about these scales. So what I'm gonna do now is to improvise using everything. So you try to create a solo where I use the minor natural scale, or use the minor pentatonic and the minor blues scale, the triads, for you to hear how it sounds with everything. And also applying those ideas about rhythmic patterns or melodic patterns, motifs, and so on, and this way to give dynamic and create a solo where I can tell a story throughout the guitar. Let's hear how it sounds. Alright, there we go. Here's some idea for you to use all this scale. And to finish, something really important when you're improvising is to think about your expression, how to express throughout the guitar. Not only play the scales, but think about your bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs, hammer and pull-off, slides, the D minor scale in one string, you can think about all the slide and just give more expression. And remember, it's a fast song, but you don't have to play all the time fast notes. You can melody here is more important than to play a bunch of notes. Alright, this is the idea. I hope this video will help you to improvise over this song. If you have any comments, just let me know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave your like. These two things are really important for the channel, and I hope that you have fun practicing. Now it's your turn to practice it over this song, and don't forget, it's gonna have a part 2 video where I explain the outro part of the song. See you then.